Hi guys. I know it's super late and I don't know if anybody will hop on, but I'll wait a few seconds here and see if anybody does. I know the notifications take a little bit to go out. I tried to switch it to landscape mode, but it wouldn't let me do it. I'm on my phone because I'm hoping it'll be clearer. Can you hear me okay? Hi, Michelle! Can you hear me? Let me know down below if you can hear me. Okay. And let's see if I can get you up here. Read my, sorry. There we go. So what's everybody doing tonight? What you doing? Are you going crazy? Anybody else? Me and my coffee mug. I can't go without this thing, I swear. Who's on besides Michelle? Can you say hi? Hi! Oh, look, it's two Michelles. Hi, Lee. Hi, guys. Hi, Joyce. How are you guys? I haven't done a live in a very long time. Still riding the crazy train. Yeah, well, I'm still licking the windows to the bus, so we're all good. Well, after I survived the day with the 4 kids, I had my Tupperware party online. It was a different experience. It wasn't what I was expecting, but it was. I mean, I was just trying to help my friend and see if she could get any sales, and if she gets any sales, then I get something too eventually. So, yeah. And I love Tupperware. Can you tell? This is Tupperware. I have a whole cabinet full of Tupperware stuff. And granted, it's probably 15 years old, but it's still good. So here is what I'm just going to jump right into it because my brain's been going crazy as far as about the times that we're in and thinking about back when, and some of you are older than I am, some of you are younger than I am. Hi, sweet Melissa. Um, but the fact that, you know, let's go back, say, the Dust Bowl areas or era, or say the Vietnam era. Um, People may do with what they had, right? They may do with what they had for clothes. They may do with what they had for food, what they were growing in their gardens. Um, they didn't have fancy technology. They didn't have all the stuff, right, in their day-to-day lives. So now that we're being sequestered to our homes and quarantined or here, I think it's a good time to get back to the using what we have, growing our own food, just looking at things maybe in a different eye, looking at things the way that my grandma looked at things, and how she wasn't a hoarder, but she definitely looked for different uses for everything that came into her house. So that's what I want to discuss with you guys, and you guys tell me what you think. Hi, Crazy Cat Creations. Um, so I just have a few things I'm going to show you just right off the bat. Things that I just had in my kitchen today that I plan to use for different purposes, right? So it came into my house for as one thing, and I plan to use it as another. So, um, this container, which I'm sure you guys all recognize. We are all going through Clorox wipes, paper towels, all kinds of different things. But But the lids on these, on the Clorox wipes or name brand or otherwise, are good, right? I mean, that seal, unless your kids are abusive to it, has this little thing in here. You could potentially yarn through here and use it as a yarn container, right? Seal it up, put your hooks in there even maybe. That's what I'm going to try to use it for. Obviously it's sterile because there's Clorox wipes in there. I did rinse it out. I did put soap and water in there, clean it out a little bit. But that's my plans for that. I mean, if you didn't want the container itself, you could pop off this seal and use that for something else. You could put it on a different container itself and use it. But, yeah. So, that's my idea for this one. But like I said, repurposing what comes into your house, certainly with all of us people, all of us folks that are using yarn, why not? I mean, that's perfect, right? The next one I have for you, and I saw this. Now, this is a bag. I don't know if you guys can see. Du jour. It held 6 pounds of pears. So this bag, to me, with a handle, and it's got the reusable Ziploc seals on them, is a yarn bag. Clean it out, wash it, let it dry. If you're worried about, some residue in there, put a little bit of vinegar in your water when you're washing it. It's even got holes, so if you wanted to string your yarn through there, why not? But you could take it with. It's got a handle. You could also reuse it for produce. I mean, I don't see why not. But I know in today's in the stores, they won't even let you bring reusable bags in because they think of, it's going to be contaminated or whatever from your house to theirs or to their business, but yarn bag. So, I mean, I obviously it's going to wear out. But yeah, there's all kinds of these bags everywhere. Containers that we get, just things that we get on a day-to-day basis that we could be reusing. So, kids' toys, I don't think it really matters what you put in there. The bag itself is still good, unless it was ripped, but mine's not ripped. Still in a good condition. This last one in here, you guys tell me everything that you have used a milk jug for. Ready, set, go. Hi. What have you used an everyday milk jug for? And are you in Canada? Do you have milk bags? You guys tell me and I'll take a drink. Yes. Michelle says she uses hers as a dog food scoop, which is perfect. You can cut right along. Let's see if I can get this in the camera here. You cut right along the edge of the handle and cut yourself a little, I don't know, what am I trying to say? But you can use it for a scoop. You just cut a section out of it. Obviously, you cut the top off here, but leave yourself the handle, and then you can scoop in when you're trying to get stuff. Hi, Ladybug. Aw, thanks, guys. I appreciate that. Anybody else have any ideas for, yes, sidewalk lights? I agree. During Halloween, you can take these You can have your kids decorate them, cut out things from them. Um, Hi, Beth. You are not late. We've only been going for 10 minutes and I'm just jabbing away. Um, you can use these for Halloween. Decorate them as ghosts or pumpkins. You could put colored water in there. You can also put glow sticks in there. So if you do decorate them as pumpkins, put water in there with a glow stick. It'll light up. So when you put them outside, like during Halloween, they will light up. So yes. So the other thing that you can do with milk jugs is, and there's tutorials on YouTube, I've done it before, is take the handle off. You can cut it straight across here, or actually, I'm trying to remember how they did it, but I think they just cut the handle area out and then they took the top off. Um, but you cut it in a way where you can fold it into a box, and then you can glue it or like E600 it and make it into a little container. So it's like a flat box. Like you take off this handle part, and then this part here you can fold forward, and they turn them in. It turns into a box, and you just have to cut the sides and stuff, and you got a little box. So if you want like kids' little pencil boxes, you could do that and put their names on them. They could color on it. Sweet Melissa Makes and More says she turns milk jugs into bird feeders in elementary school. Yes. Use the bottom as a planter. Yes, absolutely. And you could hang it too if you wanted to. You can also, there are fly remedies that you could use to get rid of flies. You can hang in the trees. I know homesteaders do that. They also do like different concoctions that you can put in containers and hang them in your trees. And cicadas that are in my yard, so it's not so noisy. But yeah, so I don't know. So this is what I had in my mind today was like all the stuff that my grandma used to use, what her mother used to use, what she was taught, how she was taught. So as some of you may know, those of you that have been with me for a little while know that plarning is a big thing for me. I love to plarn. This isn't a great bag, but you can take any bag and make it into plastic yarn. Essentially, all of our acrylic yarn is plastic. It's just a different type of plastic. So you can, yes, putting them in your freezers will actually help your freezer not work as hard too. If you freeze water in the milk jugs and put it in your freezer, that'll help your freezer not work as hard, especially if it's empty. What? Hold on, kids. What? You need to go back to bed.
I saw the room TV remote fall down.
It's okay. Your TV's.
I'm looking at in like the toolbox because I think it landed in the toolbox.
Okay, that's fine. We'll find it in the morning. Okay. Good night.
I just can't sleep.
Yeah. Well, you need to go to bed.
Can I get a drink?
Get a drink and go to bed. I don't know about you guys, but my kids have been staying up like uber late. That was Michael. Normally he goes to sleep a lot earlier, but what I was saying is you can turn any plastic bags into plarn. But my grandmother would save every bread bag, every bun bag, any bag that she got, she would reuse. She'd reuse them for produce or Oh, my neighbor's got blue bags for me. She'd reuse them for produce or to send like food home with us. She would definitely keep all of her butter dishes. I know you all know, or you know of somebody who kept all of their leftovers in butter dishes. My only comment to that is if you're going to put stuff in butter dishes, make sure you know which one's actually the current butter dish so you're not having to look through all the science experiments to figure out which one is really the butter. um, but yeah, so she kept all that stuff. But she would also make rag rugs. She would take old sheets and reuse them for rags. She would reuse them for you name it, and she would reuse it. And I think that's what we need to be more purposeful of what we do. You need to go to bed, please. Thank you.
I don't know why I can't sleep.
Because you're not trying. Go count some sheep. Michael, go please.
I can't fall asleep. Just don't know why.
Anyway,
Why? Wait.
and for some of you like me, I want to get to this project. I have not gotten to this project yet, but I have all these top sheets, right? And in our family, we just don't use them. I know. There's families out there that use them, that iron them, that put both sheets on the bed, and that their their beds look absolutely spectacular. One of my friends from bingo used to iron both sets of sheets before she put them on the bed. But anyway, those top sheets I'd really like to make into either rugs or into bags. They crochet. You can crochet with them. All you have to do is cut it up. So, and you can cut it two different ways. You can cut it the long way, where you keep going, back in circles, or you can. I try to never iron anything too. Never, 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 never. I just. She's like, well, my sister's coming over. I have to iron the bed sheets. I'm like, what? um, I'm lucky if my clothes don't get through the day without 10 stains. So, but yeah. So anyway, you can take a bed sheet and you can cut it so you go up over like an inch and then down and then so you're making one big basically S. You save them after the fitted sheets wear out. I gotta have a fitted sheet that fits though. If it's falling off, I don't want to use it. So what I'm gonna use them for is I'm gonna cut them up. Same as old T-shirts. Same as old towels. If you got old towels that still have like a good chunk of it left, it's just terry cloth. You could use it as a scrubber, right? Um, sorry, see me. But the terry cloth, uh, like the old towels that you haven't used, you could use them as cut them up into a long strip and crochet with those too. But so what I'm gonna do, so two different ways, right? So the S way, and there's videos online, but I would really like to make a video of my own to show you how to do that. And then there is the ribbed way. So you take like um, say your sheet, you fold it in half and then in half again, and then you leave about 2 inches, say, from the end on that last fold. So you have like this, and then you cut like where my fingers are, and you make strips, and then you do it like ribs, and you cut it a diagonal, and that'll give you the long piece of yarn that way too. So I'm going to do videos. I just haven't got that far yet because I haven't had a chance to lay out a sheet like that. Hi, CJ. But yeah, so you can make it into rugs or bags. You could certainly make it into a bag. It would just be thicker. You know, you'd be using a K or an L, an N, a P, Q even maybe to crochet with it if it was that big. But you can take any t-shirt, cut it off at the armpits, yarn it out. Let's see. Hi, Christina. So if you guys are just getting on now, we're just talking about how, with the day and age we are in right now, with us being on lockdown, about how we could just look at things differently and reusing everything that we have. But old t-shirts, old bed sheets, old bags from the grocery store. It's got a seal right on there, so you got a yarn bag right there. Here's the other thing I saw, or I showed in case you guys didn't get to see, but this would make a perfect yarn bowl. And if the smell of the Clorox wipes bothers you, just put a little bit of vinegar in there with some water for a day or two and let the vinegar dissipate after you dump it out. And that should take care of some of that smell. Or you could put baking soda in there. So, do you guys crochet with plarn or plastic bags? Do you use old bed sheets? Or you can make a yip yip out of grocery bags. Yes, you can. Yeah, I was pretty excited when I figured that out. I was like, oh my gosh. And I am a lover of Sesame Street, you guys. I absolutely love Sesame Street. Right, Ladybug? Yeah. And that is a thing. Yarn It Out says I tried Plarn, but it had too much drag on my wrists. That is absolutely a thing. If you do not have a lot of strength in your wrists or fingers, I find that my fingers hurt more and more as I get older. But um, yeah, you got to take it in like short increments. You can really make a lot of things out of Plarn in the same way you can any other project. So you're just, once you've got your ball made up, I mean, that's the hardest work. And if you've got kids or grandkids that are willing to help you cut, that is a winner right there. So when you have your regular grocery bag, you just cut off the bottom, that bottom little thing where it's connected, and then your top where your handles are, and then you just cut straight across and make loops. You loop your loops together. I can link the plarning videos that I've made down below, especially the Yip Yip one. That one was fun. But yeah, and you can follow any pattern. You could make a scrubby. That's the other thing. If you have old dresses, here's my brain squirreling again, but if you have old dresses with tulle on them, like maybe an old, a kid's dress or like a little girl's dress or maybe an old wedding dress, it could be yellow. It doesn't really matter. You can take that tulle, cut it in strips, and crochet yourself some scrubbies. So they sell it in the stores. You will often find it at the resale shops like Savers or Goodwill. You know, they come in like a 6-inch container spool. It doesn't get you very far if you're buying it that way, but you can make a couple scrubbies out of it. Yes, if you're going to crochet with a t-shirt, you want to use, I use probably a Q hook, and then you want to try not to tug as much as I do. Because you don't want to have to shove that Q hook in, and that gives you more tension when you're crocheting. You don't want to have to shove that into your work every time. So the looser the better with that kind of a thing. Yeah, they have all kinds of big hooks nowadays. I don't know. I have a drawer full of hooks, but if I'll be able to find the one I want to show you. This one's kind of ridiculous. But it's a 25 millimeter hook, and I actually got it off of Wish. I only had to pay for shipping. So there's that. And it's actually a good quality hook. There's nothing wrong with it. I've yet to use it because I haven't had time, but it actually has the indentation on there. It's carved. It's nice. But they make the 25 millimeter hook now. I know that one of the YouTubers out there has a blanket that calls for like 6 strands of worsted weight yarn to crochet together into a big squishy blanket. That's what I got this for, was to try that. When my kids come to my chair that I sit at and I need to protect them from grabbing a scissors or something else, I will just shove things in my drawer. And then it gets lost. Oh, here's the other, since I have them. These are what Terry uses for her Grafgans. If you guys have done Grafgans, corner to corner, different things like that call for different color changes. These you can find at the Dollar Tree in a pack of 6. You just have to look. There's like 6 or 7 different places in the Dollar Tree that these will hang. You can go into the auto section too of a Dollar Tree and find them. This is, I think this is either a P or a Q. It doesn't actually have anything on there. Yes, they are really nice. Beth, I really like them. They're sturdy. They've got a nice bounce to them. You can string something through here if you wanted to. What?
Can I stay up with you for a while?
You can stay up in your room. I'm talking to people right now.
Okay, can I watch something on the small TV?
You can't because the recording will hear the TV.
I can turn it quiet.
Okay. Anyway, so here is a 25 millimeter hook, and here is probably a 15 or a 13.5 millimeter hook, so you can tell the difference. I'm actually partial to this one because it's got the rounded head, versus this one, it's kind of pointy. I don't know. It might work better with...
What is this?
Nah, it won't work with Plarn. It might... This actually is hollow, so it's light, which is nice.
Mom?
Yes, dear.
Look at this remote.
Yeah, is that the broken one? Your dad gave Connor a broken one to play with.
Oh, just like a fan. Is that what they thought I
Here's
display the small TV remote, and they covered it up and take out a buttons away from it.
okay.
And then they like waken it to a clock.
Anybody want a 7-year-old? So anyway, this is one of the light up hooks. I have actually never. I've only used it like once. I really didn't like it. I tried it with the black yarn, but my eyes aren't well enough to use it, and since I haven't used it, the batteries have kind of crystallized. So, but I got this off a Wish, so it didn't cost me an arm and a leg. That was like these two were my Wish buys. Like when I was antsy, I don't know, one night. You know how you do when you buy stuff online when you're antsy?
How loud do you want it to be?
I don't want to hear it at all. Like a 6 or a 5, yeah. A 6 is fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's use 7.
No. Let's use a 6. Or leave it off. If you guys hear cartoons, let me know. But what are you guys working on? Let me know. It's I don't care, Michael. Just keep it. Yeah, it's 11 o'clock or 11:15 here right now. And he should definitely be asleep. Doing a lace shawl. Ooh, that's some small hooks. Yes, they do squeak. Michelle says they squeak. Yes, the light up hooks. And even certain kind of hooks will squeak too, depending on what you have. Oh, that's cool. So I am working. I'll get my reusable trash out of the way. I am still working. Oof. You guys, I've got ends for days. My first amigurumi, the coronavirus. Oh no, really? So I'm still trying to finish this beast, the bottom section. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Michael, did you shut the bedroom door?
Yes.
Okay. So I probably have like 10 rows of that. I have just been so mind in my head or out of my head or squirreling or stressed or just I watch TV but I don't watch TV, and I normally almost always if I'm in my chair I'd pick up a hook, and I can't even seem to motivate myself to pick up a hook right now, which I should be because I need to get the blanket done. But yeah, between the kids and everything else going on, I just can't seem to focus on anything. Right? Oh, I want to do Terry's Granny Square blanket too. Michael, can you turn it down one more?
I guess this is.
Swimsuits?
You mean like 5?
Yeah, I can hear it out here.
It's 5. It's 5.
Oh, I love making stitch markers. It gives me something different for my hands to do other than hold on one second. Gives me something other than my hands to do besides just a hook and yarn. So there's different movements, so my hands are getting that workout. I can't decide where I want this. You can do 2.5. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's too small for me. That's too small. That'll cramp my hands up more than Plarn will. Honestly, a small hook like that will cramp me up more because my fingers seem like they're this close together instead of this close together. I am not sewing. I have not broke out my sewing machine and it's got dust on it if that tells you anything. I know, and even with stitch markers, so I mean I can see and I have context in and so I appreciate the context because I can see all around instead of just seeing, straightforward. Hi Jeannie. Bye Joyce. Thank you. But yeah, I mean you can see me trying to squint seeing the screen. It's not that I can't see it, it's just that I'm trying to focus more on it, I guess. But so when I get those tiny little stitch markers and I'm trying to make sure the pliers is closing it, yeah, it's a strain on your eyes. I have every light on in my craft room. I have 5 lights, you guys, and it's still kind of dark in there for me. The more lights, the better. Except for certain lights, like fluorescent lights or some of the newer lights, they will give me a migraine. And like, ooh, I've never had migraines before until these lights came out, and then what?
Um, there's like some light like flashing to the Eden room.
Oh, okay. Now he's talking about lights because he can hear me talking. Hi, Jeannie. How are you tonight? But yeah, Beth, these are a great, and you get 6 of them, so for $1, that's a great deal. The potato clips have nothing on these things. And they entertain my 2-year-old too. I'm doing good. So we are just discussing, or I was discussing, um, in the older days about how we would use things that we have in our house. Um, the age. About how we have things in our house that we might just throw away, but we could really be using for something else. Like this thing. It's just a pear bag that I got from Costco. And it had like 6 pounds of pears in there. But it's got a handle and it's got a closure on it, and absolutely is going to be a yarn bag for me. Yeah, they have, they sell apple bags like that too. I just happened upon this one at Costco. It's pretty impressive. That's another thing I was going to tell you guys is that everybody is out there saying they can't find like flour and rice and toilet paper and different things. Um, I have not come across a Dollar Tree that I haven't been able to find those still. So they have toilet paper, they have Kleenexes, they have paper towels, they have um, flour, rice. I mean, it might not be in the size that you're used to getting, but if you're desperate, so the Dollar Trees, Dollar General, Family Dollar, Staples, Ace Hardware's, hardware shops, they carry toilet paper. Um, so if you're in need of those kind of things, that's what I've been telling people is look at the places you don't normally shop. Like your Walmarts are just going to get hit because that's where everybody normally shops. Oh, you're making face masks? That's awesome. Oh, that's a good idea. Ladybug says milk jugs are used by fishermen to get their hooks unstuck from whatever they are caught on. That's a good idea. Camping toilet paper? Oh no. Oh, that's nice. Hey, I saw on the news tonight, or not the news, on Mike Rose, or Mike Rowe, had on Facebook that I think it was in North Carolina or it might have been New Jersey, an alcohol company that was making alcohol turned their distilleries into making alcohol for hand sanitizer instead of alcohol to sell. So that was awesome. And he was just giving it away for donations. You know, you could donate $1 or $5 or whatever, and he was just giving away hand sanitizer. Isn't that awesome? So Micro is giving him $10,000 to continue that effort, which I thought was pretty cool. That guy's just a good guy. It's people. The other thing is, if you guys have kids that you're at home with, like I am right now, I did find storylines online on YouTube, and that is actors, SAG actors, reading books, and that is pretty cool. All kinds of different actors, and they're 4 or 5. Some of them are 4 or 5 years old, but there's still actors that you see out there today. CJ. CJ says she just got back from South Africa and brought toilet paper back in her suitcase. Yeah, and they have bleach at my Dollar Tree too. We live in the biggest city in South Dakota, which is smaller than any metro in the surrounding area. So we have Minneapolis. Minneapolis alone is bigger than the state of South Dakota. So Sioux Falls is where I live has 180,000 people, and that's the biggest city, town, whatever, in the state of South Dakota. You would think that we would be less likely to be hit by the virus because we are so rural. Like, we don't, I mean, like, Michelle, Michelle and Madonna live in South Dakota too, and they're in like smaller towns than I am. But yeah, Sioux Falls just got hit with their 16th or 18th case. So, oh, that's awesome. Well, I don't want to keep you guys too long, but I was itching to talk to you guys. I am just, um, I know that Michelle Chaperone and I, will email each other and talk back and forth, and that's something I appreciate it. And Beth and I talk. Um, I'm trying my best to not lose my sanity over here. I'm trying to remain calm, and then we have other stuff going on in our family which I honestly just can't talk about. But it's stressful. It's just you're trying to manage everyday life, and then which is hard enough. Yeah. I love you too, Michelle. But yeah, so I got to figure out how to. So I got all those beads from Billy, and I'm gonna try to figure out how to sit down, um, and do like arts and crafts with the kids. Connor today was an absolute terror, and Connor, for those of you that don't know, is my 2-year old. New York scares me. I never want to go to New York. That's way too many people for me to even think about. I do need adult time. I really, really do. Good night, Beth. But yeah, no. But anyway, Connor was, now he's to the point where he's pulling hair. So Daisy has just long enough hair to pull. And if he gets angry, now he's biting. And I'm trying to quell that. But then I'm also trying to get these guys to sit down, pay attention, and learn. And I'm not a teacher. I mean, I'm their mother, and I can make them to an extent sit down, but yeah, it's been a struggle. Crochet clogger. Did I say that right? Crochet clogger, right? Hi, Marianne. You only have 3 in your county. Yeah, Sioux Falls is we are community spreading it at this time, and they won't close the bars. They haven't closed the casinos. They're limiting people to the 10 recommendation. Our governor won't do a mandate because she says she legally can't at this point. I'm just home with my kids. There's nothing I can do about the outside world, so I'm just home with my kids. I wish they would close it. There's casino workers that are my friends that are having to go to work every day because if they don't, they'll get fired. But yeah, crochetity. Okay, got it. I hate that. I love our mayor. Um, he is a younger gentleman, and younger I mean he's not like 65 or older. He is closer to my age than he is my grandma's age. So he just seems to have his head a more grounded way of doing things than some people we have out there. So anyway, trying to manage the 2-year-old and homeschooling the other ones. I don't know. I kind of wish they would call school off for the rest of the year. Excuse me, because I think that's what it'll come down to anyway, but they want us to still teach them. If I had to work full time and try to come home and teach these guys, there's not enough hours in the day. So for those mamas out there trying to, wow. Yeah, Donnie's still going to work, and he works for a furniture place. But, I mean, they employ so many people that I think as long as they're so far away from each other, I don't even know how they do that because there's more than 10 people that work there. I mean, it's a warehouse. So there's people everywhere. So I don't know how they get away with that, but so what time do you guys have? So I've got 11:30 Central Time here. I could hide the bear, couldn't I? We have played with Play-Doh. Thank God I went to the Dollar Tree and got their cheap Play-Doh because it doesn't matter. It all gets mixed into one color after a while anyway. Yeah. Our house isn't really big enough to do a lot of games in. We could try.
Subscribe to Mom's channel.
Can you tell? Come here. You have to come here.
Okay.
Can you tell that he watches too much YouTube? Say that again. Here, come here.
Subscribe to Mommy's channel and hit the bell and like this video right now, please.
Oh, yeah. Did you hear him? That's hilarious. I did not teach him that ever. He hears that from all the stuff he's listening to on YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay, say bye.
Can I? Well,
say hi and say bye.
Hi, and I'm watching Minecraft because so I can know about Minecraft too.
Yeah, Mommy hasn't even let you play the game yet. Okay, go play.
When I turn 8,
Go, or you can go to bed. Thank you. I did this live late so I could
How much fans you have?
try. How many fans do I have? More than I thought I'd ever get. Oh, I did this late so I thought all the kids would be asleep. Didn't happen, did it? I know. So yeah, so they watch, Jacob and Michael will watch YouTube. They used to call it the truck show because they wanted to know how to make Lego trucks or other kinds of trucks. But they finally figured out that it is called YouTube. And so they watch Minecraft shows. And I don't let them play Minecraft. They've never played Minecraft, though they want to. We don't have devices for them to be playing games on. Oh, that's pretty cute, though. Well, I hope you guys are all safe and that everybody in your family is safe. That you're not worrying too much. And like I've said in my other videos, that if you want to chat, you can message me. You can message me through YouTube. You can message me through my email. It's just amberjoy21@yahoo.com. You can also go to the Facebook group and talk there. You can message me on Facebook group. It's just Amber Joy Barnes. I've heard of Minecraft, but I know what it is. So Minecraft is all about these little blocks, and you build cities. So it's like Sims, but with blocks, and all the characters in Minecraft are made out of blocks. So like your pig faces and your cow faces are all flat. That's about all I know too. And you smash blocks. No.
I can keep complaining.
No.
I can complain
No.
about Minecraft.
No. Okay. All right, guys. We're gonna say goodnight. And here I'll let Mikey say goodnight too. Come here. All right.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. We are going to bed. Legos on steroids. Yes, that is true. All right. Say goodnight. Say I'm going to bed now.
You mean I'm really going to bed?
Yes, you're really going to bed.
Can I keep watching YouTube?
Say goodnight to everybody. Say bye.
Good night. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. Thanks for joining me so much. We'll talk to you soon. Now, how? Maybe if I figure out how to stop it. How do you stop